Hello, my name is Minkan Song. I'm a third grade of electrical engineering, and this time I will talk about dealing with Titanic data, upload the result to the Kaggle. First, let me know you the Titanic data. Titanic data is some many information about the passenger who is on the ship, Titanic ship, and there's information about they survived or not. Like there's a really many information in there, so I will use that uh, to predict the people they survived or not. So, but there's a difference between the training data and test data. First, training data has to have a survive column and test data not. So we made model, and then we will apply the test data into the model to predict they survive or not. Let's begin with this kind of graph. Can you recognize the relation between three contents like fair and age and survived if they survived? It is really hard to find a relation between three components. So it is it is really hard to imagine or notice the relation in a human's view. So we use the machine learning. We will use the Python. Python is the computer language, and we will import the NumPy and Matplotlib and Pandas. The NumPy is the group of the number and words, and the Matplotlib is the about the graph. We can a visual graph, and the pandas is the we can understand that as a just data frame shape. Yeah, and another four code is just showing the data more in a more big screen, and then we read the CSV file, which is like this kind of data to make the more easier to view and more easier to understand in a computer environment. And then test data example like this and like this, training data and like this. Just data is just the form and data. So yeah, like this. We have more than 1,300 information rows. This is the code of what I will do. The data and training data, test data, sex columns. There's a male and female information, but we will change the female and male to 1 to 0. And then data, we dropped some columns, passenger ID, name, ticket, cabin, and we fill the nan value in a fair columns to the mean value, to use the mean value, and in embark columns, we'll fill the S, which is the most, most many numbers in the embark columns, and we change the embark columns. We change the C and Q and other words in the embark columns to numbers. So like 0 and 1 and 2. And then this is the uh, field data, like field data, field data. So but as you can see, in this is the just example of the data, but there's a nan value in the age value, and there's a really many nan value in the age columns. So we have to fill the nan value in the age columns. But before, but we will use the prediction that to use the data except for age columns to predict the age columns. each column's NaN value. So we will use the K neighbor regressor, which is the prediction method. As you can see, we made whole information to the number, and there's no NaN value, no NaN values. As you can see, this is the data server. This is the whole data portion of the data, and we will make the train data, train test data, train target, and test data. Like the left above one is the train data, and right above one is the train target, and the left below one is test data, and the yeah, and the right below one is just the NaN value, so we skip the code. We will use the logistic regression, but before that, we will polynomial feature. We will use the polynomial feature before use logistic regression. Polynomial feature is just like the making the information trace more than original data. And then we will use the logistic regression and the model logistic regression. So we will fit and predict the test data to make a result. And then finally we got this kind of informations and make the final result to CSV file. I I I upload the Kaggle, and the result is like 76% correct. So thank you for listening.